Alright everyone, welcome to Street City Studio. I'm John Muldoon, and I'll be your tour guide for this evening. If everybody would kindly keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle, we'll get this ride started right about now. No, seriously though, I think I'm in a dinosaur mood today. I wanted to take advantage of this extra space again that I've got going on here, and I'll back up a little bit. I'm doing it slightly long ways this time instead of straight on from this way, so we're going for a slightly different angle here, but for a different shot, I'm not going for the height necessarily, but we may use it a little bit. I wasn't really thinking about Brachiosaurus today. That's gonna be a little tall. And he does fit in here. We've talked about that in other videos. He fits in here. But I don't have a good shot worked out in my head for him yet. But we might go as big as the T-Rex, right? Where is he? Right here. But the main thing I had in mind today, right? We might go as big as the T-Rex today. But he is not what I had in mind today. What I had in mind today, we may get to it, but what I had in mind was, and the reason I'm dressed as Muldoon, was this Raptor capture cage and the Army Builders. I was real happy to get my hands on these guys, and we didn't really do much with them yet. I kind of did a little short or whatever. I can't remember what I even did. I introduced them and I showed them. I know I showed them, but I didn't go back and check what I showed. I don't remember if it was a full video or just at the end of another video, or if it was just a short. But I'm real happy to have this set, but I don't like the Muldoon that came with it. That's the one I popped his head off so I could steal his body for this video. So for the purpose of this video, I'll be using the Hammond Collection Muldoon. Right? And I'll probably keep his hat on, but I got his head here if I need it. I got a shotgun here for him, but again, I'm going for this scene, so I don't think we'll need his gun exactly. I was thinking about using one of my forest backdrops, but instead it occurred to me that if I use something like this gate, I can probably fill up a lot of this background. And as soon as because I was thinking about dropping in one of those backdrops, and then I thought, well, I still need something like a wall or a something for the container to go up to, right? Because that's how they did it, right? There's a door. They backed the container up to the door. And this isn't exactly the perfect door for it, but it occurred to me that I was going to use this door, and then once that occurred to me, I thought, well, I don't necessarily need a whole backdrop, do I? And I think I was right. Because it was a dark scene, it was a nighttime scene, so the black works for this. I don't think that's going to be a problem here. Right? Let me get out of here. Something I hadn't decided yet was exactly my posing, and even this Raptor. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this Raptor because I have so many other Raptors. Especially, I don't necessarily prefer a Legacy Collection Raptor, but if I do use a Legacy Collection Raptor, I think I might go with this guy. And I can't even remember which set he came with. I think it was the kitchen set with the kids. But he's got these shiny green eyes, and I really like that. But I might use, right? I might use the Hammond Collection one, because that's so much more posable. Right? And I know they get a lot of criticism for the teeth, I think I agree, right? If I'm gonna go for teeth, I might use, right, that one, or the one with the shiny eyes I just pulled out, right? Those teeth look a little better, I think. But for posability, I think the Hammond Collection's gonna win. And I also thought about using more than one, right? I can have, right, maybe keep the orange one in the cage, right? And then have that one out, like it's broke free and causing a ruckus or something, right? And again, I haven't figured these angles out or any of that. But that's what we're doing right now, right? Let me get off my knee there. Right? We know this guy's got the cattle prod thing. Even though he won't hold it very well. Right? We can have him over here like he's trying to keep that one in the cage or something. And actually, I don't like where that cage is at either. But part of my thought was to have this scene, kind of going on in the background there. So I'm going to get to setting that up in a second. But something I was thinking about was kind of framing it with some vehicles and Muldoon. And I hadn't really decided which vehicles would be best for this, right? Maybe one of these. Or I've got the green one too, right? Follow the green one in there like that or something. But I hadn't really decided. I don't know how well that's going to work or if I love it, But it's something to look at and think about. Maybe get the front in there better. Have Muldoon like he just got a Jeep or something. These guys really don't hold these guns too well. And that's not... for an army builder, that's going to keep me from wanting to army build them, that's for sure. I don't know why they do that to themselves. I think these guys potentially could have sold really well if they would have had some better articulation. Right? That whole pack, I wanted the cage and I wanted the troop builders, but just the whole pack was not desirable, right? Not desirable troop builders, not desirable Muldoon. That's all right. They look good and they were much needed, and they really will, well, hopefully pull this scene together, right? I'm thinking about having this one getting attacked here, or maybe fighting off this raptor somehow. Thought about, I got this quad, this four-wheeler motorcycle that I pulled out. I thought maybe he would be riding up on it or something, but with his posability, this thing, with his posability, I don't know how well he's going to sit on it like it's natural, you know? He can't hold a gun. Can he hold a handlebar? Let's see. I have to stand up again. There we go. How's that looking? Maybe reverse their positions. I don't know. I'm not loving that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not loving it. What could I do to fix this? Get him off this quad, first off. I don't think this quad's working for me. I think I'm gonna have him up here like he's working the gate, maybe? How does that look? Oh, it doesn't. You can't even see him. I'd have to back out more. Maybe down there working the gate. Yeah, that kind of looks more natural. Let me see if I can kind of get two of them in here. I'm going to get this Hammond collection Raptor a little low, like he's coming out low. Let's see. Peeking around that corner a bit, maybe. Come on. There you go. Get this one coming out a little higher. Alright. Maybe get these arms up. I feel like I don't love this Jeep too. This Jeep's really oh, that's a little better there. Maybe. Yeah. That's a little better. Maybe get him like he hasn't quite put his hat on yet. And I'll just use the hat head in a position that try and hide the hat. Oh, he's not going to hold it very well either. Maybe I'll hold a certain part of it. If I can get him to hold a part of it, I can work with it. Kinda, not really. No, he's not gonna hold it. Not like that. Maybe. What can I do? That might work. Pull his hand off and fake it. That might work. I'm faking it. stuck his head on his wrist and just try and hide that angle. Like maybe he's holding it down at the like he's holding it down at the front. And you just can't quite see it. Maybe give him this flashlight. The flashlight he was supposed to come with. Or the other him came with. He's got that real funny hand for holding that gun too, though. Yeah, you can't even see it there. It's not worth it. Now he's blocking the action. I don't love it. I'm not loving anything about it yet. I don't like what I'm doing with his arm. I don't like what's going on in the action. Let me see. I thought I was going to be liking this a lot more. I might not get a good photo out of this. I can get him to hold stuff now like this. If he's facing the camera a bit. Let's see. Not that it's doing anything for me. Let me see here. Maybe if I can readjust a bit. See, I kind of like that when it is darker. It won't hold it though. Oh, it lost color now. There's somewhere in there. I'm not loving the grainy floor, my tabletop floor, but I was thinking I would just crop that out. I had considered, like I said, I was considering some of these backdrops, and I've got some ground backdrops that I was thinking about dropping in there. But again, I thought once I started thinking I'll leave that one alone, once I started thinking about using that gate instead, I kind of skipped over it, huh? I guess you get what you put in, right? Maybe that's why I'm not loving this one so much. Let's do that. Let's try and start. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a floor in here. See if that doesn't salvage it. Bring this all to the front. Drop this floor in. Alright, something like this. Where are we at? That looks pretty good. Looks about right. I'm blocking too much of that, maybe. Get these guys back in. Now the angles are different. He still looks about the same. no! I got a T-Rex. Foot collapsed on him. Wow. That's one thing about these heavier dinosaurs with a lot of articulation. You gotta make sure they're well balanced or they'll be there for a week and then fall over. Where was I? Muldoon. I was kind of liking this Muldoon in the front. I do think that helped. Yeah. Let's see here. Bring that darkness down. Yeah, that did a lot. I think that helped a lot. Let's see. Let's see if we can get Muldoon more center focused. Alright? Because I do like this figure. Oh, he's kind of low. Let me get him something to stand on. Him. I think I like him right about here, so I'm going to move that cage so he's not blocking everything. Pull that cage back to about here. How does that work? Maybe a little more, huh? A little more. That is better. I do like that a lot. There we go. Focus on Muldoon. Darken this up. And there's your shot right there. That's what I was looking for. There's the sweet spot. The the money shot, right? That's what I was looking for. That's exciting. That's good stuff. The only thing is right here you can see a little bit of that corner. But I mean, the rest of it's exactly what I was looking for, and I might be able to even just darken that out to a point where you can't even see it. But that's more what I had in my mind, right? Let me play with his position. Maybe we can get a better look at him. That's what I wanted to see. Having that done. Now I was also thinking, like I said, we might get around to something else. I was thinking about that T-Rex. But I had also recently got this Alan Grant with the eggs set. Came with that white raptor, that white burping, sorry, excuse me. That white spotted raptor there. Let me get off this creaky chair. And I was thinking about maybe just kind of doing the same thing, clearing these vehicles out. I hadn't decided yet. And I'm still not decided. But I think I'm going to go with the T-Rex instead. I'll save Alan Grant and his raptors for a different shoot. Because I don't know that this all makes sense for him and his scenes. But I could definitely see, right, like a T-Rex breaking out of this door here. Maybe chasing someone in this Jeep. Maybe chasing someone in this Jeep. Let's see. Let me get some of these figures out of here, out of the way. Don't let that Jeep go too far. Get these guys out of the way. Now again, I haven't really thought this through, so I don't know who I even wanted to be chased by this T-Rex exactly. Maybe John. Maybe John Muldoon, your park ranger, huh? That's what I'll do. He ain't got those knee pads on for nothing, right? He ain't got that adventure hat with that adventure hat for nothing. Let's go. Let's see. John Muldoon. Big game expert here. Oh, no, he doesn't want to sit good. Probably them knee pads extra bulky. Yeah. Now, I gotta say, I really gotta give Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, these Legacy Collection especially, big props for all these vehicles they're putting out, man. Because they really are. I probably got more vehicles from the Legacy Collection line than any other action figure line. Star Wars vehicles are just too expensive for my taste sometimes. I mean, most of the time, all the time. I have this, the Boba Fett's ship and Han Solo's ship, but that's about it, right? I got the ATST for Endor, but man, they're so expensive. They really are. Like, I do not look forward to buying Star Wars ships, but I've been able to fill my Jurassic Park vehicle needs rather cheaply, right? Rather quickly and cheaply. And I like that. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that, but I am cheap, and I don't mind saying it. You know, I like a cheap vehicle, right? I don't want to spend $100 on a vehicle that you just put the guy in, he just sits in, he doesn't do, you know, the more you get out of it, the better, right? But if it's just a simple thing, right, like this cage, I didn't want to pay a lot for this cage, so I was happy to get it half off or whatever it was, right? But these Jurassic Park, they're really doing well at these larger things like vehicles. They've kept the price point fair and the quality fair. I've been real happy with that. So, let's get to playing with it, right? Oh, I buried myself behind my chair here. Can't get to my T-Rex. There we go. And so I was kind of going to do just basically this same thing. I hadn't really thought too far ahead. But I'm going to just get this T-Rex coming through the gate, I guess. Chasing Jeep. Okay. Let's see where it goes. Maybe have it coming like a turn. Like he's got a sharp turn. I have to reposition the T-Rex too. Especially since he just fell over. Get them legs repositioned and rebalanced. Doing that off screen for a second, so I'm not wasting a lot of knocking over my props. Yeah, see, that tail is a big part of why he's so hard to get in anywhere. Because his tail is already knocking my poster board out of the way. That's a problem. Let's go the other way. Let's take him the other way. See how that does. Well, that is a little better, huh? The gate's not placed as well in the sand. I don't like how the sand is there. I don't love how the sand gets cut off. So maybe I can change it. Let's do this. I also don't love my face being cut off in the picture. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. A different angle, because that ain't gonna work. Maybe a lower angle, but I'll be hard pressed. I'll have to get a different setup. Take my phone off this mount. This ain't gonna work like that. Yeah, I can't get my face in there like that. Like that I can. Let's try that. I don't hate that. It's not ideal. It's not what I was going for. But I don't hate it. Let's see. I got a lot of light bouncing off that cardboard too. Let's see here. Let me see if I can play with this. Turn this down or something. Did a little bit, but I mean, that's pretty much what I'm going for, though. Ooh. That's not bad. Let's try and refocus here. Yeah, I kind of like that. I feel like it's missing some stuff, but maybe if I can just yeah, I like that. All right, crop out all the excess. That's pretty fun. Makes me want to figure out this Alan Grant shot soon. I don't know. I really want to get this Alan Grant versus some of these pteranodons too. That was one of the reasons I bought those. I got 2 Amber Collection pteranodons. Well, 1.5, because one of their wings is kind of messed up right now. So he'll have to either be posed with his bad wing away from the camera, or wait till I get a replacement, I guess. I don't really plan to get one right this minute, though. There's too much stuff coming out right now. Even Jurassic Park hasn't slowed down even a bit. Right? That's alright, though. I don't mind. More toys, the better, right? Alright. I think I'll call that a video, though. We'll wrap it up. Let's see. Anybody want to follow me on Facebook? Feel free to follow me on Facebook. I'll post updates and, more social kind of stuff. Blog type of stuff or whatever. If you want to check out my photography, I'll post probably a couple pictures out of all this too over on Instagram. You can check out my toy photography on Instagram at Street City Toys. Not Street City Studio like the channel, but Street City Toys. I think I forgot. On Facebook, If you follow me I'm John Wayna, Wayna. Make sure I spell that out for any newcomers, right? So you don't have trouble finding me. But also, my dad's been getting friend requests. He's also John Wayna. So please try to avoid sending my dad friend requests if you can help it. And even me, right? If I don't know you, you know, you're free to follow me. You know, you don't need my permission to follow me. And I invite you to follow me. But I'm probably not going to just accept a bunch of friend requests from strangers. And likewise, my dad is probably not going to accept a bunch of friend requests from strangers. But it's appreciated. It's much appreciated. But again, if you want, follow, not friend request. If it gets there, it gets there. But not every follower is going to get there, right? So yeah, if you want to follow me on Facebook or Instagram. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You keep playing with them toys, and I'll talk to you again soon.